So casually keep diving into concrete, so bittersweet, huh? Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Harder keeps the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. Maybe just a better kind of bitter. Lose gravity, I'm swimming in the quicksand. Up to my knees. Keep losing sleep, I'm manic, dream at midnight. So hard to please. Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Harder keeps the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. Maybe just a better kind of bitter. Your brother stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. Keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby, ooh. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby, ooh. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. Keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby, ooh. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. Keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby.
This is too smooth. I honestly didn't even really want to say anything on this, but that's what the people want. That's what I came here for. So we're gonna get into it. I like my coffee black, white too. Don't turn this to no controversy. It's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off at times two. If it's money on the table, I'll be on it like Bobby or Epic. You peep the aesthetic, it's hard to forget it. I hear you talking, but you're hardly right. I'm the voice of your prototype. Summertime and then why? Yeah. Summertime and then why? It's too cool. Get the drop tops out. Summertime and then why? If it fits right. Bottles over here. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? I'm talking 6 a.m. tea times. 18 with the mayor talking land banks. I waited for it, gotta get mine. Snag a seat up at the table if my man came. Heading to a meeting, we're familiar with no briefcase. Just my mind in a free state. I got a plan through a vision, but it takes time. I'ma make mine. Summertime and then why? Yeah. Summertime and then why? Yeah. You know the drill by now. Summertime and then why? Get everything together, get the squad together, get the gang together. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? Started in the back office, now I run the front. Call the shots, make the deals, know the deal, know what's up. Too much for the books, then I put it in a tuck. Too much for the tuck, then I give it to my love. Once I make a million, man, a mil won't be enough. Watch you fake the struggle while I get it off the hush. Now it's jet blue miles, Rolex dials, frowns turn to smiles. Summertime and then wild. Now as it comes to an end. Summertime and then wild, and it falls upon us. I want you to bring that energy and wild and run that thing back. Yeah. Until next year. Summertime and then wild. Yeah. And wild. Summertime and then wild. Yeah. Be gone.
Yo. What up, YouTube? What up, Facebook land? It's your boy, JD, aka Mr. December, and we back with another live stream to remember y'all. Listen, I don't care where you are. I don't care what time zone you're in. I don't care what part of the country you're in. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, it's always summertime in NY, y'all. Yo, we back with another live stream, y'all. I'm late, but it's all good. As long as we're here, listen, I want to give a big shout out to today's sponsor. And as always, can y'all see that? Well, not as always. Zalani's Beauty, right? She has some awesome healthcare skin products to get your skin so silky smooth. Fellas, if your ladies, if their skin feel like sandpaper and everything like that, y'all hear that? You shouldn't hear that when you rub on your lady's skin. Women, is your man's skin like this? You know, men, we're a little bit rougher. You understand what I'm saying? But if your skin sound like this, you need to go get you some of that Zalani's Cosmetics, y'all. I promise you. If somebody can put that, Gabrielle, can you put that in the chat, please? That website. I forget every time. I'm sorry. I got to do better. Shout out to my man Cool Cat in the building, man. Listen, big shout out to Cool Cat, man. This guy is all the way across the pond, and he sets an alarm to check us out over here. So big shout out to Cool Cat, man. Thank you so much for joining us. He's had to sip a little tea while he waited, but we here. We're here now. So y'all go check out some of Zalani's cosmetics. I'm not gonna read it, but y'all see it. That's what it's not supposed to sound like when you rub the skin. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all are looking at the title, you're looking at the thumbnail. Y'all, let's get right into it. I don't know how long I'm going to be since I was late, but I promise y'all we're going to have a good time and we're going to have a good show tonight. If you want to let me know where you're watching from, please do that. If you want to let me know what your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments section. Cool Cat says, across the pond, thank you, JD. Wouldn't miss this for the world, sir. Let me hit it for you one more time, Cool Cat. Thank you so much, my good man. Yo, this lady, this has been a little bit ago, but we hear these stories all too often, right? We hear these stories all too often, and it happens more times than some people would like to believe that it happens. Now, disclaimer. We know, y'all know what I'm about to say. I need to get a sound button for not all. And we need to get a sound button that says, well, men do too. We understand. And men absolutely do it too. But tonight we're talking about this Kevin Samuels video. I believe I watched this whole show, but he clipped it, man. Shout out to the Godfather. Rest in peace. Y'all know the theme song, don't you? Yeah, I had to hit it one time just for y'all. Okay. So this lady married her high school sweetheart. They were together for a very long time. They got married and had children. And then one day, all of a sudden, man, this lady, she thought she could, do better, and then but then got the.
She belongs to the streets.
So, yeah. What's going on, Eugene Still? Thank you so much for joining us, man. You came at the right time, bud, because we about to get right into it. Let me pull it up on the screen real quick. Duh, 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 duh. Y'all can't see me. Y'all can see the screen, but y'all can't see me. Let me try to fix that. Okay. Let's do it like this. Would y'all rather like this or like this? Let me try like this. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's see what the one and the only Godfather, rest in peace, has to say. Here we go.
Hello, how are you?
I am well. How old are you?
40.
Okay, what did I get wrong? What did I get wrong?
You didn't
What?
you didn't get anything wrong. You didn't get nothing wrong. My question is, I think I'm not your average listener. A lot of times things you talk about don't per se apply to me. And my question is, this is like, okay, I'm 40. I have 3 kids. I've done a stay-at-home mom thing. I'm divorced. I've been divorced for 12 years. So, and I don't need a high value man. I'm at the point now where I want companionship. I do want a Christian man. I am a Christian.
All right. Couple things I need to point out really, really quickly. Number one, she says she wants companionship. All right. 3 kids. She's been divorced for a period of time now, right? So, and she just said she wanted a Christian man. Y'all stick a pin right there. We coming back.
Woman. I do know that
What's
no
the
marriage is
question?
gonna.
What's the question?
My question is like, how should I put this? Just everyone that I hear you speak of, you have a
Just give me your question. Just give me your question. Just give me your question.
So what do you do? Okay, so what if you're a woman who is old like I'm 40. I don't want to have any more kids. I'm done having children. I don't need to have the high value man. I just want a good man. I want companionship.
Okay.
I want a man that is a Christian. And with that being said,
What all has she said other than a good man, companionship, Christian? She ain't asked no question yet. Let's keep going.
how is that hard for me to find? I know I'm in that danger zone or
All
what have you.
right. So,
but
man,
I
all
don't
right.
know.
Let me stop you right here. I've asked you like 5 times. Basically, what you're saying is, how does a woman at my age find just a man for companionship for the rest of my life?
Yeah, it's a good person. Yeah,
A good person.
Christian. They don't have
First
to be
thing,
all
well, the
those.
first
Somebody that's a
thing,
good person.
you gotta be willing to say it. I knew that's what you were calling to ask for. Sentence into it, but you ladies don't want to just admit. You want to go all the way around the world, and men don't want to hear all that.
Men don't want to hear all that. I don't know why it is. I have no idea why it is that a lot of times ladies like to, instead of beeline straight to the point. But I think maybe she's a little bit embarrassed about her situation. But anyway, let's keep going.
First and foremost, why do you want a quote unquote good man? Because are your kids out of the house?
Oh no, they're older. They're in high school.
How old is the youngest?
My youngest one is 12. I'm sorry, she's in middle school. She's 12.
Well, so the kind of man you're looking for, you're looking for somebody just to round to go to make it the home plate with.
Yeah,
Round in third base, and you just want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, kind of like my mother did.
Yep.
All right. Well, here's the thing. How long were you married?
I was married for 5 years.
5 years, and that was 12 years ago.
Yes.
So
I've known him for 20 years.
You're 40. 12 years
Yes, sir.
ago, you divorced. And before that, you were married.
40 years old, looking for a good man, 3 children. The youngest is 12. Let that simmer.
For 5 years. 17, 23. So you got married early on.
Yes, sir.
What kind of history do you have in the last 12 years of actively cooperating with a man?
That has that's definitely my issue.
But there's your problem. It's not a problem with men, man. It's the problem is you in the mirror, because there are plenty of men out there. But let me see if I can fill in the rest of your story. You spent the last 12 years focusing on your job, your kids, your career, yourself, doing all sorts of kind of stuff. Now you look up and you're 40 years old and you're about to be an empty nester. Now you want to just plug in a relationship. Guess what? Men are not freaking Lego
pretty
bricks.
much, sir.
Let me ask this question. And I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier, but why is it that women have to put off or feel the need to put off having a family, getting married, and it's mostly, from what I see, it's mostly black women, right? Why is it that a lot of modern women feel like they have to put off marriage, put off having kids for a career when men do it all the time? Now, I understand 100% that women carrying a child is a lot different, right, than a man just fertilizing the egg. You understand? Women have to carry for 9 months, so I can kind of see it. But at the same time, so many other groups of women do it. So why is it something that has to be put off? Why is it something that has to be looked at as a negative, something that will hold you back? Men do it all the time, all the time. Let's see. Cool Cat says it's not impossible, but to play devil's advocate for a second, it's a big ask because men want to rear their own children and won't commit to doing the job the last guy should have done. Cool Cat makes a very good point. Very good point. And he's absolutely right. It's not impossible, because it might be a man around her age that he might have 2 or 3 kids and don't want any more, and maybe he doesn't want to get married anymore, and absolutely cool. But most men marry for love, because men control access to relationships, right? And definitely controls access to marriage, because typically, not always, in 2022, I mean, y'all, we 2022 is weird. You understand what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's men that propose marriage, right? So it could be a situation where she could find somebody like that. But for the most part, men marry for love, right? All right, let's keep going. Y'all, I promise it's getting better.
Lego brick.
Mhm.
Do you fit anybody's? Okay, here's a question. Do you fit anybody's situation? What do I need from
It's
what do I
very
need from a 40-year-old? Okay, here's a hard question. Ready? You ready?
yes, sir.
Hold on. Hold on. Ready? What does an Aaron or a Greg need from a woman who has no history of working with an Aaron or a Greg?
I'm gonna have to ask you what exactly is an
Our
errand.
average, everyday, regular dude. You got no history of. You got history of working with one man 17 years ago.
Yeah, I agree. That is the problem.
Yes. And the question is, why'd you cut off all? And see, what I need to hear from sisters like you is to tell young women, don't do this. Stop cutting men off. Stop thinking you can just shut men out and life down and restart this engine at 40 years old. It don't work that way.
Absolutely. And I think that's where a lot of women have it confused, that like it doesn't get easier the older you get. I mean, it just doesn't. You know, I don't really know how to explain this time that we're living in, but y'all, once you get past a certain age and you start getting set in your ways and you start getting tired of, dealing with this, you have to sift through so much garbage to get to somebody that's even worth anything. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand why a lot of ladies think that it's better to wait till you're older when it's not. It absolutely is not better. That is not a good thing to do. And if there's any lady, I know Gabrielle is watching, but if there's any other ladies out there watching, stop giving that advice. Oh, you're too young. Live your 20s for you. Nah. Mm-mm. That's not the good advice that we should be giving. Let's keep going.
I agree.
Well, tell
I
me.
mean, I just,
Tell them.
well, that's not the way. That's not the way to work. I agree. It does catch up with you, but at my point, my kids, when I first got divorced, my kids were really young, and I was just focused on raising them. I was struggling trying to just be a single mom with 3 kids, manage my home and my job.
Struggling, single mom, 3 kids. Eugene, put a pin right there. I promise you, we coming back.
And just before I
Well,
looked up,
but see, okay.
they're
So here's the
older, and
question.
like,
Here's the question that's gonna come up. Here's the question that's gonna come up. Why did you and your husband split? That's the question that's gonna come up.
you know what? I was young and immature.
That didn't answer my question. Why'd you? So you filed for divorce?
Young and immature. I love my husband. I was young and immature.
From your husband.
I did.
Why? Here's a question.
Did y'all catch that? She filed for divorce from her husband that she had 3 kids with.
Come up, ma'am.
Oh yes, I mean, as I say all the time, young and immature. If I looking back, I pinpoint exactly why.
Is young and immature a reason? Somebody let me know. Oh, I got divorced because I was young and immature.
Bruh. Stop the cap.
Why? It was just stupid. And looking back,
Stupid meaning.
Why did I get divorced? It was just stupid.
Stop the cap. Bruh. She belongs to the streets.
What? Stupid meaning what?
It was young. I was young and immature.
Give me a
and
reason.
I just thought
Did you think you could do better?
No.
Did you think you didn't need it?
Let me go back a few seconds.
Immature.
Give me a reason. Did you think you could do better?
No.
Did you think you didn't need him?
No, I just thought that okay, I can find somebody else later, and I realized I wasn't.
So
I thought I could find somebody else later. Lord have mercy. Cool Cat says KS is being realistic and having 3 kids at 40 years old limits possibilities. Absolutely. Most people skirt around the realism, but there's a reason why nature gives you a huge sex drive when you are young. Cool Cat is hitting it on the head. I don't know who this is, but we're doing what we can. Facebook user, thank you.
You thought you could do better. I'm out here. I could do better. Okay, see, and what I'm trying to show you, man, is if I met you or somebody like myself met you, they're gonna ask these questions, and you got no good answer. I was just young and dumb. I'm sorry, you were married to a man with 3 kids. Was he working?
Yes, sir.
Did you have to work?
At that point, it was just not cost effective not to work for 3.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Did you have to work while you were married?
I didn't have to.
Okay.
It wasn't easy.
Man, it wasn't easy. Didn't have to work. It wasn't easy. My.
Damn, see, men are very direct communicators. That's why a lot of you think I'm rude. You have no history with working with men, so you think this is rude. I'm just trying to get information. You were married at 21, 22?
I was married at 27.
At what age? 20. What age did you meet your? What age did you first get married?
I got married at 27.
You said you're 40.
Yes, sir.
You said you've been divorced for 12 years.
Maybe the math isn't quite right, but I know I was married at 27.
It's the math of your own freaking life, lady.
Okay, Mr. Samuels,
How
whatever.
long have you been? How long have you been divorced?
I got divorced in 2012.
So it's 8 years.
Yes, sir.
So I get to be mean because she doesn't know her stuff. These things matter. These things matter to men. So you got married to a man at age 20 what?
27.
You got married at 27. All right, and you got.
Quick question. Y'all put it in the comments. Is 27 young and dumb? Is who put a yes if you think 27 is still qualified for young and dumb? Put a no in the chat if you think that 27 years old is not young and dumb. At what age does young and dumb stop? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Is 27 years old young and dumb? Okay, I see Eugene says no. Cool Cat says no. See, you can't use that excuse. To me, you can't use that excuse past 23 years old. If you pass 23, you cannot use young and dumb. By the time you're 23, 24 years old, you are a functioning adult. Right? Nobody thinks that 27 is young and dumb. So, in other words, I divorced my husband for no reason. I thought I could find somebody else later, which goes back to Eugene's question. What is she looking for in a man that she thought her husband was lacking? She doesn't know. All she knows is she was young and dumb. Let's keep going.
Divorced at what age?
Like 30, 31.
Not 31. So you married 4 years. When you were married, did you have to work?
I didn't work at the.
Did you have to work when you were married?
No.
No. All three of your children were by your husband, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you were married to a man that you didn't have to work and you had all three of your kids, and yet you thought you could divorce him and find better. Great. Before you met him at 27, between 18 and 27, what happened here?
I was with him as my high school sweetheart.
Did y'all see it? Did y'all see the look on my man's face? She was with him since high school. Got married at 27 and divorced him a few years later. Yo, because she thought 3 kids in. And she thought she could find somebody later. Gabrielle says, I think young and dumb is the cop out to not take accountability for one's choices at the time. Absolutely. I tend to agree. Yep. Eugene is right. Slap. Cool Cat says, I'm still young and dumb at 49. Statistical outlier. Facts. Oh, let's keep going, y'all.
So you were with a man that you've known and you've seen him grow from high school to 27. He married you, put you in a position that you did not have to work. You had 3 children, yet you decided to divorce him and go elsewhere. And then you want to talk about how you struggled to be something. See, that's where all that comes in place. Nobody's going to give you credit for struggling. You chose it.
Divorced her husband. I had to struggle with 3 kids. But she was married. Did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all get that? She chose the struggle. Insert Tia Mowry, right? Now she's talking about how how hard it is and how different it is and having to do everything on her own, but you chose it. You chose it. Nowhere has she said that he was abusive physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, none of that stuff. She didn't have to work. She claimed that was hard. Okay, let's keep going.
Agreed. Like I said, I was young and
No,
stupid.
man, and see, this is the part. And here's why this is relevant. I need a lot of ladies like yourself. Some of you don't deserve a second chance.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. That's what a lot of men think. A lot of men will hear that and say, "Wait a minute, you found a good man. He married you. He sat you down. You had 3 children, and you divorced him for no good reason. And you think you deserve to go back?"
No.
Listen, I'm telling you how men are going to hear this. Or do you not want to hear it?
I'm listening.
This is how men are going to hear this. I married my high school sweetheart almost 10 years after college, after high school. I did not have to work. He took care of everything. All I had to do was be the wife and have babies. And he took care of it. But that still wasn't good enough. I divorced him. Then I had to go out and struggle on my own. Now I look back and say I was young and dumb. Most men are going to say, you don't deserve a second chance. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you that's what a lot of men are going to hear. Because you had the best, you had more than 75% of black women can ever get, a husband. And you had a husband paying all the bills. And you threw it all away.
Threw it all away. Now, if somebody has somebody good, and again, if you weren't here for the beginning of the stream, we understand that this happens on men's side too. But when women are complaining about there's not enough good men, right? And they want a man to carry all of the bills, and then the woman throws that away, right? Throws the family away with 3 children. Who thinks that person deserves a second chance? For no reason. She hasn't been able to give any reason at all.
So most guys gonna be like, I'm not gonna volunteer to deal with her, because here's the rounding. Let me round it all the way home. Because what's to say if I decide to deal with her, and I'm with her for 10 years like a high school sweetheart, then all of a sudden when I need her to be around, and I'm 40, and now I'm 60, she gonna be around and she gonna throw me away too. See, the way you guys handle men, what you do with men, tells men a lot about what you're gonna be like with them. So I'm sorry, ma'am.
With that being said,
go ahead. So let me say this. So I'm sorry, ma'am. No one's going to hear a sob story about being a single mother and hard times. Ain't nobody that's going to fall on deaf ears. You chose that. So go ahead.
But with that being said, you were correct. I chose that. I said I was young and dumb. And then when this time you grow, you realize a lot of things. You know, at that time I wanted to know about the bills and all that. Now after dealing with it, like, I want to know. Just make sure they get paid.
Where's your husband?
Grow up.
Where's your ex-husband?
And we're still very we have a very good co-parent relationship.
Hold on.
Y'all, this is not fair at all. Not even a little bit. She got to divorce him, but they still have contact every day.
Hold on. You still what?
We're still very good friends. Talk to me every day.
Very good friends. I can do it too.
Are you one of these women who divorce? Are you one of these? You one of these women that
he had to turn the back on her,
and then you still stay involved with it?
No, not like that. Let's not go there.
You said you talk with him every day.
I do. We have.
Listen. That's bullcrap. Oh man, this is why I'm trying to explain to you. You're not really cut out for any other man.
She belongs to the streets.
You divorce your husband. He should have shut the door on you and your only interaction would have been specifically regarding the children, who has primary custody?
I do.
So he has visitation. Is he paying child support?
Yes.
Then he should not be talking to you ever.
And he's paying child support.
Here comes the money.
So how did she have to struggle with 3 kids and she was getting
Here comes the money.
regardless of how much it is whatever, she was still getting child support, and that's a lot of women don't even get that. Still talk to him every day, but you struggling. So you mean to tell me there is no point where you could have said, hey, Brad, whatever his name is, I don't know, hey, ex-husband, father of my children, I need you to watch the kids for a little bit. Or I need you to pick the kids up. Can you take the kids to school? Hey, well, can you watch them for a little while until I get off? I'm trying to pick up some overtime. I find it very hard to believe that that's the case.
Other than directly relating the children. Yet you're still getting his non-sexual attention. He is still speaking to you as like he's not in your house, but he's in your life. You're not cut out for another man. I can't think of it. No other man should even want to touch. Why don't you just apologize and go ask your husband to take you back?
We are discussing that.
No. Why don't you go apologize and ask your husband?
She needs to be the one to apologize. But she said, oh, we discussing that. Let me ask you a question. Put yourself in these shoes. If it were you in these shoes, and your significant other left you for no reason at all, and then years later, I was young and dumb. There's nothing I left my marriage for no good reason. Please take me back. Will you take me back, please? Who would take her back? Or him? It could go either way. Would you take him back? Would you take her back? What would y'all do? I really want to know. If it were me, number one, I wouldn't be talking to her unless it was something to do with the kids. That's number one. Number two, there is no way I would continue to spend my time and energy on somebody that could just disregard and discard our marriage so easily.
She belongs to the streets.
The man that's paying child support, how much is he paying in child support? She never did say. And is she still talking to him like she's trying to ensure? You know what? That's something that I would want to know too, Eugene Steele. And it sounds like she might be. And watch this. It could be a situation to where maybe she tried to get him back. Maybe she did. And maybe he's just not having it. Maybe he's like, oh, you know what? I'm free. I'm doing my thing. I can do, what I want to do. I don't have to really be tied down like that. Cool Cat says, Eugene, she may have made that decision to leave her husband based on advice from online educators, man. Not only the online educators, but the hood boogers too, man. Because sometimes, not all the time, sometimes people will sabotage your relationship just because they're jealous of what you have and they see what you have and they want it for themselves, but they can't get it. So they'll sabotage your relationship because it's really something that they don't have. Like the woman featured on the show a couple of months back, is tragedy for the kids too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gabrielle White Caudle says social media and TV has skewed women's perception of marriage. You know what? I think you're right. Because I think that, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, or y'all let me know if y'all agree. But I think that a lot of women, not all, I think that a lot of women are more, they're more so on the side of just wanting the ceremony and not really wanting the marriage. They want the wedding, but they're not ready for the marriage. You understand what I'm saying? Eugene says, I think those online educators are more likely to be the sisterhoods, social media representatives. Shout out to Cynthia G. I almost said Kendra G, not Kendra G. Shout out to Cynthia G, right? I wouldn't. Gabrielle says, it's a no for me. It's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me over here, son. Making amends could well be her best move. I might be inclined to return to an ex-partner for the sake of my children. Facts. Her understanding of her mistake would be prerequisite to my return. Absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I can only imagine how she treated him when she made up her mind to divorce. You know what? I thought about that too. How hard would that have been to sign those papers knowing that you had done nothing wrong? Wait a minute. Yeah. High-powered hyenas. I think I know some of those. I think I know where I can find some. Some wild hyenas. Some wild, high-powered sisterhood hyenas. I think I know where to find some. We talked about some on the show. I've been over there. It's dangerous over there, Eugene. Gotta be careful. Keep going.
Husband to take you back.
I have done that. I listened to your show about the Eternal Seven, and I'm willing to grovel over glass and make it.
Well, then, but that wasn't.
Yeah,
but ma'am, that was not the question you asked. You asked about going on to another man. I can rewind the tape. That's what you called and asked. You didn't say, "How can I make it better?"
Then that's what should have been my question, because that's more or less what I want.
But that's not what you.
I agree. I didn't ask that question properly.
No, ma'am. You didn't ask the question properly. That ain't what you even asked. You asked about it.
Agreed.
A whole different question. This is an agreed.
Ladies, what I need you guys to understand.
Why do you ladies do that, man? Agreed. That I should have asked him and was asking two different questions.
And is this what men are dealing with? You hear about how bad black men are, how they ain't taking care of their kids, how they doing all this other stuff. Your husband was black, right?
Yes, sir.
So your high school sweetheart, did he cheat on you or anything, or did you cheat on him?
No.
So what age did you guys get together in high school?
Senior year.
So senior year,
18.
So a man has been with you since you was 18, and you took him through all these changes, and he's still dealing with you.
We still love each other.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to...
She belongs to the streets.
Bruh. Stop the cap.
Here comes the money.
We still, she didn't say he still loves me or I still love him. We still love each other.
going to reach through this internet and pinch your ear. I said he's still dealing with you.
Okay.
When he rightly, right. Okay, ma'am. If the world was right, what should he be? Should he still be talking to you?
He doesn't have to.
That's not what I asked you, man.
He doesn't have to.
No, he should not be talking to me.
Absolutely not.
See the deception, women. Exactly. He shouldn't be talking to you. So this is what you don't hear. You don't hear that black men go through this level trying to be with a black woman, with their wives, with their kids. All you see is the bloody stats. You don't hear this shit that men go through. Well, sadly, I've heard this story so many times, I can predict it. That's why I knew what she was talking about when she first fucking called. Don't call me asking about this. You find a way to get on your goddamn knee pads and crawl back to your husband and act like you got some goddamn sense and you learned your lesson. You don't deserve another man. You don't deserve another bite at the apple. And you're lucky you still got the one that's dealing with you.
Facts. Real lucky. Because it wouldn't be me. Couldn't be me, y'all.
Call me when you get your husband back.
We'll see. I appreciate it.
No. Because there is no other man out here that you should be dealing with. Don't nobody else deserve this. Call me when you get your husband back because your children want that. And honestly, man, it may sound a little bit harsh, but that's who you're really cut out for. Have you been? If you haven't been physically involved with another man, I don't know what y'all playing these games for, man. You wasted a lot of life and a lot of time and a lot of damn money.
Shout out to the Godfather, man. Shout out to the Godfather. Rest in peace. She got the salute with the taps. So what do y'all think about this, man? Do y'all think this happens more times than not? Do you think that there are a lot of women out there that have done this, that think that maybe they made a mistake? What do you think? Now, this seems to make sense, and it seems to go with the narrative. Well, not the narrative, but the statistics that show that 70 to 80% of divorces are filed by women, right? 70 to 80%. Right. And that's what I was getting to, Cool Cat. I think she was embarrassed at first to even really ask the question that she wanted to ask, or to even bring up that information. Do y'all notice how quiet and soft her voice got? Yes, yes, we still love each other. I understand. Y'all, that was a hard pill for that lady to swallow. It was a hard pill for that lady to swallow. And I think that a lot of times with men and women, sometimes we haven't been taught accountability. Sometimes we haven't been taught accountability. Sometimes we don't want to take accountability simply because of the fact that, sometimes it is embarrassing. Sometimes it is hard to take accountability, but you have to be able to take accountability, be self-aware, and be able to work through the past traumas and everything that you've experienced in the past, and push on and move forward, right? So, y'all, this was another great video. I do apologize, y'all, for being late. We far past the time, y'all. I usually come on at like 7:30 to about 8:30, so we're a little bit past the time. But I did want to come on and touch the algorithm, say what's up to my day ones. Thank y'all so much for supporting us over here. I promise you, it does not go unnoticed, and it does not go unappreciated. We have fun over here. If you found any value in the video, please share the video. Let's see what Cool Cat says. Think back to when you were held accountable to something you done as a child. Same quiet, same reflective timbre in her voice. Absolutely. Shout out to Cool Cat for joining us, man. Eugene Still, Gabrielle, Chelsea over on Facebook. Thank y'all for joining us. Listen and remember, y'all, I don't care where you are. I don't care what time zone you in, what area code you in, whatever part of the world you are in. It's always summertime in New York. It's your boy JD, aka Mr. December. We out, y'all. Peace.
This is too smooth. I honestly didn't even really want to say anything on this, but that's what the people want. That's what I came here for. So we're gonna get into it. I like my coffee black, white too. Don't turn this into no controversy. It's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off it times two. If it's money on the table, I'll be on it like Bobby or Abby. You peep the aesthetic, it's hard to forget it. I hear you talking, but you're hardly right. I'm the voice of your prototype. Summertime and NY. Yeah. Summertime and NY. Get the drop tops out. Summertime and NY. Get the fits right. Bottles over here. Summertime and NY. Summertime and NY. I'm talking 6 a.m. tea times. 18 with the mayor talking land banks. I waited for it, gotta get mine. Snag a seat up at the table if my man came. Heading to a meeting worth $1 million with no briefcase. Just my mind in a free state. I got a plan through a vision, but it takes time. I'ma make mine. Summertime and NY. Yeah. Summertime and NY. Yeah. You know the drill by now. Summertime and NY. Get everything together, get the squad together, get the gang together. Summertime and NY. Summertime and NY. Started in the back office, now I run the front. Call the shots, make the deals, know the deal, know what's up. Too much for the books, then I put it in a tuck. Too much for the tuck, then I give it to my love. Once I make $1 million, man, $1 million won't be enough. Watch you fake the struggle while I get it off the hush. Now it's JetBlue miles, Rolex dials, frowns turn to smiles. Summertime and NY. Now it comes to an end. Summertime and NY. And the falls upon us. I want you to bring that summertime and NY. And run that thing back. Yeah. Until next year. Summertime and NY. Summertime and NY. Yeah. We gone.